Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. Guys, we've just had one of the best World Cup finals I've ever seen in football history, and one of the best football games I've ever seen. Congratulations to Argentina. Congratulations to Messi. But what I wanted to talk about in this video, obviously, as you know, talk boxing. I just saw an article where Bivol has said that he's open to a fight with Benavidez. That is a future fight that I would like to see, because firstly, I think Benavidez can easily make 175. I actually think he's probably a natural 175 that's boiling himself down to 168. I don't think he's going to do that much longer. I think Benavidez is about 25 years of age. I don't think he's going to be able to do that for a very, very long time. I think he's eventually going to move up. I think he's waiting for that jackpot fight with Canelo at 168. The fact is that Canelo could probably fight him at 175 as well. But I think he's probably waiting around for a fight with Canelo. That's why he's staying around. Obviously, there's some guys at 168 that he wants to fight, like Plant. And there's some of the big names, apart from the real big two, Beterbiev and Bivol. There aren't that many big fights at 175. And there could be some tough fights for Benavidez, because all of a sudden now Benavidez isn't the bigger man. You know, those guys are pretty big up there. So Benavidez loses some of his advantages that he has at 168. And most importantly, the guys at 168 probably have bigger names and probably bigger money fights for Benavidez. So I think that's the reason why Benavidez is waiting around, if I'm totally honest with you. I think that's why Benavidez isn't moving up to 175, because of the fact that there's a bigger names. Regardless of Canelo, I think there's other names there that probably he thinks that, you know, would make bigger fights. Like he's gonna fight Caleb Plant, which obviously is a massive fight, because those two have history and they have needles. So that's going to be a big fight. I'm interested. I'm very excited about that fight, but I would love to see Benavidez Bivol. Personally, I think Benavidez Bivol would probably go the same way as Benavidez. Bivol and what's his name, Ramirez. To be honest with you, I think Bivol would outclass Benavidez. Even though I know they said that sparring, Benavidez got the better and this, that, and the other. But I don't. For me, sparring is sparring. For me, sparring is just thing. I still think if they were to fight, I think Bivol would outclass Benavidez. I do. I think he would outclass him. But that is definitely a fight for the future, and definitely a fight that I would like to see. And I'm pretty sure definitely a fight that you guys would also like to see. So yeah, I would definitely be interested in that. I'm pretty sure you guys would. So if that does come to fruition, which I think it will do in the future, because I think, like I said, I think Benavidez will eventually have to move up to 175, because I think he will no longer be able to physically make the weight as he gets older, because like I said, I think he's boiling himself down now. I've seen Benavidez at weigh-ins, and he doesn't look great to me. And what I mean by that, I think he looks quite you know, he looks quite drawn at the weigh-in. He looks like he's really taken a lot out of himself. I remember seeing him, I can't remember what fight it was, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, yo, this guy looks really ill. He don't look right, because these guys, what they do is they take off a lot of weight trying to make weight, and then they obviously rehydrate. But for me, that's not very healthy. I don't think that can be done for a very long time. And I think Benavidez, and that's why Benavidez has missed weight a couple of times. That might have just been down to poor discipline and lack of professionalism, possibly. But I think it also comes down to the fact that when you're fighting somebody that's not a no name, the fact that it's so hard, you take your foot off the gas. The fact that it's not the hardest fight, and it's hard for you to make weight, so you cut corners. So and Benavidez can't afford to cut corners when he's looking to make 168, because like I said, I don't think he should be fighting at that weight. I think he's too big naturally for that weight, and I think he's only fighting there because I think, like I said, there's lucrative fights and some big names that he wants to fight. Otherwise, he probably should be moving up to fight at 175. But like I said, the 175 division is like shark infested waters. You got the two top guys, and then you've got a lot of other guys that are very dangerous. And like I said, Benavidez would lose his advantage of being the bigger man if he moves up to 175. And I think that's why he's staying at 168. Plus, there's a bigger fights, bigger paydays, bigger money fights. So there's a lot of incentive for him to hang around at 168. And that's why he's staying around. Unfortunately, some of the big fights are evading him. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be physically impossible for him to make 168 for too long. And some of these guys that you know, like Plant's probably not going anywhere in terms of, he might stay at 168 maybe for his whole career. You got guys like Demetrius Andrade. You got guys like potentially Charlo that could move up and fight 168. You've got guys like David Morrell. You know, you've got Canelo there, you know. So you've got a lot of guys there that financially make him a lot of money in a big fight. So I can understand why Benavidez is hanging around. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. I would really like to see Bivol and Canelo in the future. What do you guys think? Do you think that that's a great fight? Would you be interested in Bivol Benavidez? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.